Welcome to my top 5 tech and gaming news stories for today, which is Friday, September 11th. So the first bit of news I want to bring to you guys today is the obvious one. Happy Surface Duo day number 1. I've obviously got a review coming in the next few days, but in the meantime, a lot of publications do have their reviews out, and honestly, they're about what I thought they would be. A few surprises for some people. Apparently, the battery life isn't as bad as people thought. I kind of told you guys it wouldn't be that bad. Performance isn't a problem. The camera isn't so great. There are a lot of bugs. But be sure to stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, because I will have my review coming in the next couple of days. If there's anything you want to see me cover with the Surface Duo, apps, games, whatever, drop them in the comments, and I'll see what I can do for my review, like I said, coming in a few days. Number 2 today is a story that I've covered a couple of times already, but now we've got confirmation. It's real, it's happening, and we have an official trailer. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, is getting a remake. And along with the news of that remake, we have a pretty cool trailer. Now, if you didn't play Sands of Time back in the day, you probably don't know what, the kind of the fuss is about. You may not have been playing video games at that point because it came out quite a while ago now. But this game is sort of a predecessor to what a lot of games would become. Games like Tomb Raider, Uncharted, etc. You can even see some God of War kind of in these games as well. Super fun. I really have always enjoyed the rewinding of time feature in the game, which was obviously where the Sands of Time thing comes from. You're going to see a bit of this here. Time manipulation. Braid did a lot of this stuff in later games. So we're getting a remade version of it with much improved graphics. Obviously, this is pointing towards a return for this franchise, so I would expect a new Prince of Persia game sooner than later. Number 3 is a weird story. So we've been talking to you guys about the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X ad nauseum. We've been talking about it for what feels like an eternity. Well, now we've got some weird news. We've got this guy on Twitter who is a known leaker. He's been right about things in the past. Apparently, there is an Xbox Series V floating around. This could be fake. Okay, this could be 100% fake. They could have literally just taken the Xbox Series X and photoshopped out the disk drive and thinned it up a little bit and said, oh, Surface V, or Surface Series V. I got Surface on the brain, y'all. Obviously, what they're thinking here is you've got the Series S, $299, the X is $499. Well, I guess the V is going to be $399. Honestly, that makes too much sense. And they're talking about this thing as far as horsepower being in between those two consoles. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if this is real or not, but it's out there. The news is out there, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. What do you think? Is there need for a third tier in the system? I mean, we've got, companies like Samsung who release your low-end, your mid-range, and your high-end phones. I talked about this in a video that I posted just the other day about how it looks like Microsoft might be trying to get to a place where they iterate more quickly. People may be paying monthly installments and upgrading every 18 months or 24 months. Is this part of that plan? I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think about this stuff because I think it's kind of crazy. Number 4 today is something that I was actually really excited to see the first of, and I'm liking the looks of the sequel, and that is the new Moto Razr 5G. They've done a lot here to make this thing look quite a bit better. I really like how the front tapers. That's going to make that thing feel a lot smaller. I love the big screen on the outside to get quick things done. We've jumped up to a Qualcomm 765G, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 storage, only 2800 milliamp hour battery. So that's pretty small. I mean, we were freaking out about 3600 in this guy. 28 is pretty small and only 15 watt charging. That's not real fast. Again, we freaked out about 18 watts here, 15 watts there. But from an ergonomic standpoint, it's pretty. It's real pretty. And it's obviously going to have 5G, as that is in the name. Personally, I do think that's a good looking upgrade. Hopefully the camera performance is better. Hopefully the newer processor can sip a little bit less power last a little bit longer. Usually it's the second gen on these new sorts of devices that make the biggest leaps forward. Maybe this is going to be that. I'm kind of excited to see more reviews come out. Looks good. And last but not least, a game I've had my eye on for a while as a big fan of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a Ubisoft game, actually, which is now going by Immortals Fenyx Rising. It used to be known as Gods and Monsters. We finally got a full trailer for this game, which I think looks quite interesting. Basically, what you're getting is a game that is an open world, a rather large open world. You customize your character, and it is set in the world of Greek mythology. Lots of potential for some cool weaponry. Obviously, a ton of potential for interesting characters. Lots of cool storytelling that can be done here. They're saying you can basically attack any boss you want at any given time. Different areas are ruled by different Greek gods. So that's also a good way to insert some variety into the world. The combat looks more over the top than something like Breath of the Wild, but you can definitely see the influences in terms of the open world, the scale, and even a little bit in the art style. Breath of the Wild does look different. This has a different tone, but it does look like Ubisoft definitely took some inspiration from Breath of the Wild. Personally, I'm super excited to see more about this game. It looks right up my alley. I always really enjoyed Greek mythology growing up. Looks like it's coming to virtually every platform, so it looks like you'll be able to play it wherever it is you do play. Guys, that's all the news I've got for you today. Be sure to check back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for my top 5 tech and gaming news stories. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that sub button. Think about becoming a member. Hit that join button down there. Help support the channel if you enjoy what I'm doing here. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends. If you enjoy my content, please consider becoming a Scary If Literal member. You'll get access to a whole bunch of emoticons to use with live streams and a shout out on an upcoming video. Thanks as always for your continued support.